We're not taking either of those. We're taking this one today. And you might ask why. Welcome back, everybody. It's been quite a while because I went and got myself a job which takes up a lot of my time. So after a couple of months of getting settled in and involved with that, I'm now back doing some videos and I've got lots in store for you. The first one though is probably the most exciting, which is if you are an OG watcher, and I'll get back into the swing of this. But this first one though is probably the most exciting. If you are an OG watcher, you'll remember that 104 videos ago, the first video on this channel was me and Ollie moving from one unit to a new unit. And it's time to do it again. We've outgrown where we were. Love the unit, love the people that I'm sharing it with. But an opportunity came up for me to have all of my cars in one place, and I couldn't pass on that. So today I'm in this huge van. I'm a van man. I'm a grey van man, and we're going to be moving a lot of car parts. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of stuff in there that I don't even know I still own. So come with me on that adventure. We'll have a scour through my parts list, and if you see anything you like, let me know. It might be for sale. Ugh. Every single time you drive this road, you get stuck behind something. Well, that could be one of my last times walking through those doors. So let's get some lights on and see what sort of mess we've got to sort out. Okay, so the obvious is the two cars that are inside. So we've got my 34 underneath there and the one ASX back there. Check out this thing of beauty. It's Ollie's new car. And his other car hidden under there. And then on top of that, we've got the two cars outside. The 33 and the one I haven't shown anyone yet. So we'll keep that blurred. But if you switched on, here's a clue. So I can't really tackle the stuff that's up there today because everything sort of that side is mine, which needs sorting because I need to move all this stuff out to get it down. So I think today is going to be gearboxes and bits over here, welders, some body kit. Let's just bring the van around and start loading up. Easy as that. This will take 5 minutes if I can just click it in there. Still loads to go. Right. So over here is where I've always kept my randoms. So paints, aluminium tubing, stuff I'm kind of working on at the moment, and then odds and sods in boxes. And then we've got some seat frames for all sorts of cars and some Skyline hubs. Non-turbo, look, 4 studs. If anyone fancies cheaper brakes, you can do that mod. Of course, I've got an SR20, got an RB and an SR20 in there. So I think the next thing I'll start loading up is some body kit and wheels. Well, that's the first load pre-packed in. Still tons to go, but now we can head off and show you the new space. So let's close these up and get going. We've got a Mitsubishi Evo 4 rear seat, and front seat. I've never even owned an Evo. Right, let's rock and roll. And just like that, we are moved in. A bit of YouTube magic and everything arrived. I, of course, did it all myself. No, I'd like to say a big thanks to Nathan, who helped us with trailering and moving stuff. Also, a massive thanks to Stu, who spent the best part of 3 days moving stuff in and out of the van, but I forgot to mention in the video. And obviously Jay, who I shared the unit with, who you've seen before on the channel, doing the K-Swap Civic build, and with his 86 on there, because he and I go halves on this unit. But the amazing thing is, having this size, so I can have all my cars in one place. I've got 5 cars in here currently, which are these 5 down here. Jay's got 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. Jay's got 5 in as well. And we've both got another S13 each to come in. Now, the one thing I will say is the location of the unit is going to be kept secret. It's not like the other unit where we can have people round, and that is a request of the person we rent it off, which I'm quite happy with. It's in the middle of nowhere, it's hidden away, it's well alarmed, well securitied, perfect location for us, for exactly what we want to do here. We can make as much noise as we want without pissing anyone off, which is fantastic. But the main thing is we've got enough space to expand everything as we want to and have all the cars in one place. But one of the first things we need to do is tidy up, that's for sure, because look at this, look at all this mess. We've got some nice Midnight Purple 2 bumpers here, some R34 bumper, there's a Renault 5 GT Turbo bumper, SR20, loads of parts of different cars. We've got an RB, a B16, another SR, another SR. The main thing to do is get some racking, get everything put up, out the way, and we're going to get big shelves behind each car, and that'll have the stuff for that car on it, and then we can start progressing with some builds. So let me talk you through what is in here right now and what's going on with it. Let's get a bit of a status update. So we've got Jay's GTA 6. This is a Pan Am kitted wide body on air. It's got a 5 program ECU, so you can change the different map settings in it, and this one actually is for sale. Hit me up if you're keen. It's £16,000, and DM me on Instagram and I'll give you the full spec list if you need it. Second up is Jay's FC RX-7. This was a long-term project, still is a long-term project. It's a car that needs a lot of love, but I'm sure and confident this thing will look absolutely awesome one day. But there are other projects that come first. This is my EG Civic. This is originally a 1.5 auto, and we have a B16 to go in there and all the interior stuff. As you can see, it's a very, very much a project at the moment, but we'll be cracking on with this in the next couple of months. We've got Scrappy, my Drift 180SX. As you can see, we did a bit under the bonnet here, where we've got the D power steering rack, braced subframe, extended rods and knuckles to give extra lock. Currently tubbing the arches and trying to figure out what engine to go in. So hit me up down below, let me know what engine you would put in this. Oh man, I've just seen my hair, hang on a second. Bit better, who knows. At the moment, I'm planning towards a BMW engine, and in one of the next videos in about a week's time, you will see what inspired me for that, as well as the previous S13 video with the BMW Turbo M50 in it as well. In terms of order of how things are going to go, this is second on the list to get done. The 33 is first. There's a chance I might be doing a drift event at the end of next month, which means we need to do a load of work on this within the month of October. It's 50-50 at the moment, but this thing is going to be absolutely transformed. And I hadn't forgotten the Datsun here. So this has been sat at my home garage for the past year and a half. On there where I've been vapor honing and cleaning up, and at the moment in the process of rebuilding the carbs. I've stripped the whole engine down and cleaned it all out and put it back together. I need to order a radiator, need to order a fuel pump and all those sort of bits to make it go back to a low pressure system for the carbs. The 33 we just spoke about, loads of stuff for that. There's body kit pretty much everywhere. There's seats around for it. There is lock kit for it. New wheels to go on as well. So yeah, real transformation. And of course, a complete colour change, which is going to be pretty wild. 34 is just sitting here chilling and looking sorry for itself. I had to put these wheels, I had to put the stock wheels back on just so we could transport it on the trailer. I had to take the bumper off, but otherwise it's exactly as it was before. Oh, I had to take some gear linkage stuff out as well. A little sneak peek if you haven't seen it. I'm doing a bit of homemade rear lights as well. Clear tails! We've got Jay's S12. Make sure you message him and tell him it's a turbo AE86. Just needed some new injectors and then it's good for the road. And this thing flies, but it's going to be getting a transformation in the form of an SR20 very, very soon, which is sat over there. We've also got this super cool 1986 Renault 5 GT Turbo. This actually used to be my car. I sold it to Jay. He's taken it apart to do rust restoration. As you can see, it definitely is in need of a little bit, as every single Renault in the world is, even the new ones. Still on the trailer at the moment because we don't have time to move it off, but this is going to be an absolute ripper of a project as well. Hopefully as fun as the Civic. Here's a picture of what it used to look like. And then we're thinking maybe set up workbenches here for fabrication, so it's nice close to the door. Ramp here, taking up sort of the 2-bay part here, and then storage all the way down the side, which should leave a central part clear for working on cars. Yeah, I'm happy with it. Would love to get a mezzanine in, but I think just cost and the constraints of the building aren't going to let that happen. So, you know, another time. But another great thing is I can move my toolbox around. So for now, for example, I'm working on the 33, putting the power steering pump back in, taking the alternator off to steal it for the 180. But I can have my toolbox right here, ready to go. Don't have to walk backwards and forwards across the workshop for tools. Amazing. And lastly but not least, we've got Jay's K20 swapped EG Civic with the full stock interior. Ah, it's locked. The full stock interior. But hidden away under the bonnet is this K20A2 from a EP3 Type R, and this thing flies. Without a doubt, this is probably the most fun car in this whole unit at the moment to drive. So the idea is to make everything as fun or more than this one. That's the goal. Plenty of seats, plenty of spares, all my Skyline S chassis spares which need all sorting out. Some stuff will be up for sale, so keep an eye on my Instagram, it'll put it all on there. But for now, that is the update video of moving into the new unit. The next one will be filmed in here. We're going to pull the 33 out and we're going to start ripping it apart to build it back up again. And I'll see you in that one. Thanks for watching all the way to the end, everybody, and please do hit one of these and watch one of the other 104 videos on this channel. If you like any of these cars, there's probably a link to something similar already on the channel. See you soon.